Hello, everyone. I'm Varun Jain, and on behalf of the Communications Committee of the ASMBS, welcome to another Sword Spotlight. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Alpa Patel. What were the main findings summarized, and were there any in particular that you found surprising?
So this just continues to highlight really the importance of thinking about your body weight in relation to cancer. I think it's not necessarily surprising to me what we reported, but it's more so that we need to continue really enforcing the message that we know that excess body fatness and different metabolic conditions are related to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and many other chronic health conditions. But there's been actually a more recent, over the last couple of decades, appreciation for the importance of excess body fat and cancer risk.
Well, from an epidemiological standpoint, how do you see the awareness of this association become more disseminated in the general population?
I think a lot of that happens in the clinic, messaging from your doctor when you go for a physical and so on. Oftentimes, even when I think anecdotally going to the doctor, you look at body weight, you always get your weight measured when you're at the doctor's office, but cancer is rarely mentioned as a major risk of carrying any excess weight. So I think that we have a lot of work to do to take what we know from an epidemiologic and public health standpoint and now actually put it into practice, because it's really remarkable. Excess body fat is related to 13 different types of cancer that we know of today.
Yeah, honestly, I did find that the number I found surprising, just the degree of association, because some of the common ones we know of and we think of, but then there's a whole lot of others, and probably even more that we don't know of yet, which if it's that in the medical fraternity who are dealing with it, I wonder how much of that awareness actually trickles down to the general population or the patient level.
There's actually been some interesting studies. We didn't talk about those in this paper, but there's been some interesting studies that have actually tried to capture how many people actually know about this. And a very small fraction of the US population in particular is aware. But next to tobacco use, it's the second leading preventable cause of cancer. So really, really important risk factor to think about.
Completely agree. So any other insights that you'd like to share with the viewers or the readership that may not necessarily be apparent just in the text itself?
I think that there's a couple things that I would love to point out. There is, like I said, I think that generally speaking, increasing awareness about the importance of working to achieve a healthy body weight is definitely a message I would love to see get out there more. But, a lot of times, especially if you are struggling with weight loss, people say, well, what should I be doing? And this is where, I'd love to just put a plug in for physical activity. In the absence of maintaining or achieving your ideal body weight, being physically active will not only help you move towards that ideal body weight, but independently also is extremely beneficial to lowering cancer risk. So, while you're on that journey of trying to get to your ideal weight, which I think we all are in some capacity, I would just say that, don't give up. There's a lot of opportunity to get to where you need to be.
Absolutely. And I couldn't agree more. I think now there's just more and more tools that are available. And it is a multimodal approach to treating obesity and the risks that come along with it.
Yes, there's a lot that we have left to learn about where weight gain may happen. We're just really on the cusp of learning about the entirety of how excess body fat affects cancer, but definitely an important risk factor to think about.
Excellent. Well, Dr. Patel, thank you so much for joining us today to share your thoughts and perspective on the article. We really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.